What's your name?
My name is Kathryne Hart, and I am in East Baton Rouge Parish, and I am the parent from 2024-2025 that won a due process hearing. So if you have any questions regarding what happens at due process hearings and what it takes to win one, I was actually very surprised that Jefferson Parish said it only cost them about $12,000 to $40,000 for a due process hearing. It cost me $75,000. This is what it costs for a parent to win a due process hearing. My district and I fought over a service that would have cost them $10,000 to contract with a teacher for the visually impaired for my blind child. For 6 years, he did not have access to his education. His IEP was not implemented because his teachers did not know, they were not trained how to accommodate his materials. I had to hire an expert witness. I will say 98% of families could not do what I have done. I serve on a national board with our expert witness for visual impairment. My father is a retired appellate and district court judge. My husband is an attorney. Our own attorney was his classmate. That's what it takes to win right now. We would have never had to go to due process had this bill been the norm. If the school district had the burden of proof, they would have had all the records of why my son did not need a teacher for the visually impaired. He did. The law was clear on that. His progress reports would not have been deleted. I would have been receiving weekly his schoolwork. In 4 years, nothing ever came home. So when districts talk about, oh, this is going to cost us more money, you will actually see probably less cases go to due process, because when the burden is on the district, they're going to have all of that documentation. Basically, this is a deterrent. Have the documentation or you're going to lose. But if they have the documentation, it's never going to go to a hearing, because what attorney is going to take this to a hearing if they know they can't win it? Thank you.
All right, we have an amendment that we need to adopt, 2311. No, we did not adopt it. We have an amendment we need to adopt, 2311, which changes the act shall be known and lists the following names. Is any objection to the adoption of the amendment? Seeing here, no, the amendment is adopted. Back on the bill. Okay. Representative Knox, on your closure.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members, you've heard from the parents, and I want to share with you that this session I've had a lot of difficult, controversial bills, but this one in particular is the one where I've heard from parents all over the state, and the stories have very many similarities in them. And in full disclosure, I want to share that I have a nonverbal nephew on the spectrum on my father's side, and I have a nonverbal niece on the spectrum on my wife's side. And so I've had the honor and privilege to get to know these kids and watch my family members care for them, watch them struggle from day to day. And as we took this bill on and got into the weeds, hearing from parents all over this state, it has become very traumatic for me. So I can't imagine what they go through on a daily basis. Of the 64 parish members, only one parish has approached me in opposition, only one. And when I spoke with their lobbyists and the representative from that parish, Jefferson Parish, last month they told me they only had 0 cases in April, 1 pending, and the 1 pending is sitting in the back. I don't know where 8 come from, but in any case, members, if their testimony, if you were to believe it, costs them $12,000. Imagine what it costs these hardworking parents. Imagine what it costs parents like Ms. Cravens here, who has to deal with just everyday life, not to mention caring for her baby. I don't know what to say about what you've heard. A lot of it was disgraceful and disgusting. I don't know where these figures come from, but in any case, members, this is about pro-children. This is about pro-families. This is basic. If there are no issues, if they are providing the service to these families, they simply have to present the evidence. They have it. That shuts everything down. I want you to process that. If the parent is bringing a case and the school says that, no, we're providing the service, all they have to do is present it. That shuts all matters down right there. So there is no increase in caseloads. Nowhere across the state is there any evidence to show who has this legislation already in place that there are increases. Nowhere. And when I asked Jefferson Parish that in April to show me what state has an increase, they couldn't. They couldn't because that's not the case. And so, members, please take into account what you've heard today. Please look at these children and these parents in their face and realize the struggles that they have to go through. I'm here speaking for my nonverbal nephew and niece. They're here speaking for their children. They're the voices that you guys need to hear to make the decision as to whether we're going to be a state leading the effort to be pro-child, to be pro-parent, or we're going to allow one school district that provides very little receipts, that comes in here and manipulates numbers and conflate data and put these parents through more struggle, more heartache, and more stress. That's not who we are as a state. We've done better, and we need to do better by these parents. So with that, I close, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Mizell's moved favorable on HB 342 as amended. Are there any objections? Hearing seen no objection to be moved favorable.